Our channel is dedicated to helping you find balance and serenity in your daily life. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced practitioner, you'll find something to enhance your journey.
Slaves to our pockets? A look at modern addiction? Everywhere in the world, at any time of day, phones are with us. They go with us to work, school, and even to bed. Have you ever thought about how many times you check your phone each day? Many avoid this question, but the answer might surprise you. It's something we do without thinking, like something pushes us to check notifications, social media, or just swipe the screen without knowing why. It's a habit so common we don't even notice it anymore. We live in an age of constant connection, where technology, especially phones, is central to our lives. They let us stay in touch with friends and family, work from anywhere, and access endless information. It's true that phones give us many good things: instant communication, finding information, and entertainment whenever we want. They offer a window to the world, a powerful tool that has changed how we live. But being so attached to our phones also has a downside: addiction. This dependence can affect our mental and physical health, our relationships, and our productivity. More and more people feel bad when they don't have their phone, get in a bad mood, can't sleep, or feel like something is missing without it. This feeling of emptiness is a clear sign of addiction. How did we get here? What made us so dependent on these devices? The answer lies partly in how our brain works and a little thing called dopamine. This chemical makes us feel good when we get a notification or a like, creating a reward cycle that keeps us hooked. It's important to find a balance, learn to disconnect, and enjoy life without always being on our phones. Only then can we free ourselves from being slaves to our pockets.
The brain in love, dopamine, and the reward cycle. Dopamine is a chemical that plays a key role in how we feel pleasure and motivation. Imagine you are a little child. You are playing in the park, running and laughing without any worries. You get a piece of candy for the first time and it tastes amazing. That sweet and delicious taste stays in your memory. Your brain, always on the lookout for things we like, remembers it and links it to the candy. The parts of the brain responsible for pleasure light up. From that moment on, every time you see candy, your brain releases dopamine, the happiness hormone, because it knows something good is coming. This dopamine release makes you feel good and motivates you to seek more candy. This mechanism, called the brain's reward system, is very important for us. It drives us to repeat behaviors that are good for our survival. It helps us repeat things that make us feel good, like eating or being with friends, so we can keep living. Sharing happy moments with loved ones also activates this reward system. The problem is that this system, which helps us survive, can be tricked by artificial things like notifications, likes, or mobile games. These activities also release dopamine, but in a way that can become addictive and unhealthy. It's important to be aware of how these modern influences can affect our brain and emotions. We need to find a balance to avoid relying too much on these artificial sources of pleasure. Instead, we can look for activities that bring us happiness naturally and healthily, like spending time outdoors, reading a good book, or practicing meditation. These activities can also activate our reward system, but in a more balanced and sustainable way.
Designed to hook us, how apps keep us hooked. Mobile apps, especially social media and games, are made by people who understand how we think and behave. Developers study our habits to create experiences that we can't resist. They want us to stay connected all the time, so they use tricks to make our brains want more. They use design techniques like intermittent rewards and personalized content to keep us hooked. Think about notifications. The sound, vibration, or light that tells us we have a message, comment, or like is like a hook that catches us. Every time we hear or see a notification, we feel the need to check our phone. Each notification gives us a little bit of dopamine, which makes us feel good. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that makes us happy, and apps know this very well. They give us small doses of happiness that keep us coming back for more. The same thing happens with endless updates, game rewards, or the feeling that we're missing out if we're not connected. Social media is designed so there's always something new to see or do. All of this aims to make us need dopamine, to make us addicted and unable to put down our phones. We become constant users, always looking for the next dose of digital satisfaction. It's a cycle that repeats over and over, keeping us glued to our screens.
Thinking about how we use our phones. Let's stop for a moment and think about how we use our phones. How many times have we picked it up for no reason, just out of habit or boredom? How many times have we stopped paying attention to a conversation, a view, or a special moment because we were looking at our screen? It's time to be honest and see if we use our phones too much, if we let them control us instead of us controlling them. I challenge you to pay attention to how you use your phone for a few days. Write down how many times you unlock it, how long you spend on each app, and how you feel when using it.
It's easy to get lost in the vast virtual world of our phones, but real life, with its ups and downs, challenges and joys, happens outside the screen. On the other side, face-to-face conversations await, where words come alive with gestures and eye contact. Hugs, laughter, and looks that say, more than 1,000 emojis are waiting for us. Let's turn off our phones for a while and go explore the real world. Let's rediscover the joy of reading a good book without interruptions, of enjoying a meal with friends without taking photos for social media, of simply being present here and now, in this moment. And remember, if you liked this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new content.
Embrace the spiritual connection and transform your life. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click like for more inspiring content. Your journey toward a deeper connection begins now.